Position 13 and 14, Mr. Cameron Evans.
And this is a negotiated plea. Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, it is.
Good morning, Mr. Evans. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're doing by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Got a yes? Speak. Say it again for me. We can't hear him.
Together.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Evans. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On position 13, the state's recommendation as to the criminal trespass is 12 months served, 40 days, credit for time served, 20 days. That is from May 4th to May 6th of 2025 and May 11th, 2025 until today. Stay away from Delow Village Apartments located at 2360 Delow Drive in East Point. Position number 14 is 12 months served, 34 days, credit for time served, 17 days from May 11th, 2025 until today. Stay away from Delow Village Apartments at 2360 Delow Drive in East Point. Your Honor, as you can see, the defendant was released on May 6th for one criminal trespass and then picked up the second criminal trespass 4 days later on May 10th, going back to the same location. Which is why the state, we are fine with balance suspended, but he does need to very clearly understand he cannot go back to the Delow Village Apartments since that is not where he resides.
Thank you. Mr. White?
Judge, we have nothing further. Just ask you accept the pleas negotiated.
Okay. Let's see. I personally placed this case on this calendar today so that I could see Mr. Evans, and I think I did this last week because I didn't want him sitting there. My concern at that time was that he have services so that this doesn't keep being a repeat problem. So I want to make sure that Mr. Evans is provided with whatever services that that he might need regarding his situation.
And Judge, I'm not sure if he has been seen, but we will have a social worker here today, certainly, and they will speak with him.
Okay, so I will. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Falk.
Sorry, Your Honor. I didn't mean to interrupt. Did Your Honor order a social worker at the SEA?
I'm sure that I did.
Okay.
All right, so again, I am going to require that he have a social worker visit to assist him, and
he
I'll
may
speak
have
more to him.
Judge,
Okay.
I'm just
Just make sure for me. Mr. Evans, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002350C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, and in 25 CR 002503C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? Speak up for we're not getting you for some reason.
no, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Sure.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea, Mr. Evans. Again, I'm going to add a social worker visit. You cannot go back to the Delow Village Apartment. I let you out on a signature bond for the first one. Then you came back with the second one on Delow. And I put you on today's calendar so I could speak with you personally and try to get you any assistance that you need. If you need assistance with housing, we're going to do that and give you that before you leave. But whatever you do, Mr. Evans, do not go back to the Delow Village Apartments, because the next time, and I hope there is not, but I'm not gonna give you a signature bond, and I'm not gonna put your case quicker before me. Okay? All right, you have a good day, Mr.
Your Honor,
Evans.
I did neglect to ask PD White to stipulate to the 3 venue, factual basis, and identification.
Okay. And Your Honor, he'd like you to know that the only reason he went back was to get his items, and I've explained to him yesterday that he will need to go back with the police escort. He understands that. So,
Okay, exactly. You can go back there on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings that you still have, but make sure you're with a law enforcement officer. Okay, thank you.
thank you, Your Honor.
Sorry, just one real quick. PD White, do you stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification?
Of course.
Thank you. I just wanted to put it on the record. Thanks.
Okay.
Position number 9, Mr. Castellon.
Also negotiated plea.
That's correct, Judge.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Castellan. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Your Honor, count 1 is a time served plea, 32 days, credit for time served 17, so it'd be 34, credit for time served 17. From May 11th, 2025 until today, count 2 will merge with count 1. So if he has no other holds or any other issues, he should be released today. That's all for the state. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
And we do stipulate, Judge, and just ask something, please negotiate.
Okay. Mr. Castellan, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002564A, you wish to plead guilty to giving false information to law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No. No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
One second, Judge.
Okay.
Deputy's having to deal with something else briefly.
Okay. Position number 27, Mr. Myers.
This is negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Myers. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Myers, on position 27, the public drunk is count 1, 12 months served, 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. That will be from May 12th, 2025 until today. Balance probated with an ADET, count 2, 12 months concurrent to count 1 and 40 hours of community service. We do agree that the defendant can terminate after the completion of the community service and the ADET. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Yes, we do stipulate.
Anything further, Ms. Kim?
I was wondering if he can have 2 months of probation fees waived until he gets back up.
Okay, so you're telling me that he does not have a job?
He does not have any employment as of now.
Okay. Mr. Myers, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002568G, you wish to plead guilty to public drunk and pedestrian and roadway. Is that correct?
I'm pleading to the ticket on it.
Okay, so what we have down that was on the ticket is public drunk and pedestrian in a roadway. So my question to you is my understanding that you want to plead guilty to that?
Carter, what's the charge on that? I mean, because I was just looking for the bus, I'm not from here. I
Do you
came.
want me to talk?
Yes,
Mr.
please.
Myers, would you like to talk to me again to clarify?
Yeah. I'm not-
Okay, I can call the courtroom too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So,
We're gonna go to number 36, Mr. Wesley, have a seat, she's gonna call you.
I can talk to, what position was it?
30,
27, Myers.
Okay,
Thank
I'll-
you.
hold on. All right.
and this is a no-lo plea?
You can talk about it.
36. Yes, Your Honor. He has not had any NOLA content day for the last 5 years, so I was wondering if he is qualified for NOLA.
What y'all?
Public drunk and,
Clark?
Yes, Your Honor. Due to the nature of the charges, we would object to a NOLO. I do want to put on the record that this defendant has 12 cycles. Previously has been convicted of, received first offender for forgery in 2009, had a marijuana driving while license suspended in 2015, probation violation in 2016, driving while license suspended in 2021. That was a conviction as well. Criminal damage to property in the second degree in 2023. He received 1 year probation, 1 year, 11 months, and 16 days of probation and 14 days of confinement. Had a 2021 FTA, 2023 driving while license suspended, another probation violation in 2023, an FTA in 2023, and then this case. And just to give Your Honor a little bit of background on this case, since the defense is requesting a NOLO on this case. This incident happened back on May 13th. The defendant got into an altercation with some roommates at 511 Lindbergh Place Northeast. He then began text messages, including statements as, "Please be ready to die. I'm about to beat the dog shit out of you. I'm about to beat that ass tonight." And so that was what led to these charges. We did have an opportunity to speak with the victims in this case, Your Honor, and both of them indicated they did not want this defendant to return to the home, that they were concerned for their safety, and that he was, that was it. They don't want the defendant to return. They are concerned for their safety. And that he did have in one count, I believe there was a theft by taking. He did have that object, which was a PlayStation returned to him. So that is the factual basis of this case. The state is requesting on count 1, 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. That is from May 13th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, 12 weeks of anger management, no further contact with Leon Bradshaw and Petite Maitre. Stay away from 511 Lindbergh Place Northeast, apartment 820 in Atlanta. Count 2 will merge with count 1, and count 3 we're asking for 12 months concurrent with count 1. Balance probated in an anti-theft course.
So, Mr. Wesley, are you okay with a guilty plea? The
Yes.
state is objecting NOLA. Okay.
Okay, so anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense. We stipulate for the purpose of the plea.
Okay. Mr. Wesley, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to 25 CR 002641B, terroristic threats and acts, and theft by taking. Before you answer that question, Mr. Wesley, will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Very good, thank you. And in response to that, you would like to plead guilty to those 2 charges. What was your answer?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the guilty pleas as negotiated. When you complete the terms of the probation, Mr. Wesley, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation.
No.
Ms. Kim,
Yes.
he'd like to ask a question.
Oh, I'm happy to call you. Do not say anything in public.
He can ask me, Judge. All right.
Okay.
Blunt. You need that, sorry. Sorry. We're squared away, Judge.
Okay, very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Wesley.
Thanks, sir.
Number 3, Akuno.
Your Honor, that's now gonna be a negotiated plea. Spoke with him this morning.
So that's a waiver, or it will or will not, I'm sorry.
Will be.
Oh,
It's a-
okay, very good. Good morning, Mr. Kuna. I'm Judge Eric Mora. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Your Honor, on count 1, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 64 days, credit for time served 32 days. That is from March 3rd to March 5th of 2024 and April 29th, 2025 until today. Balance probated in SDET. No further contact with Crystal Barnes, and stay away from the Goodwill at 1077 Alpharetta Highway in Roswell. Count 2, the giving false information to law enforcement, 12 months concurrent with count 1 and 40 hours of community service. We would object to any non-reporting or early termination, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state. Oh, we would like to sound for Miss Crystal Barnes if she is here today.
Barnes is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. White?
No, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. And we just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay, Mr. Kuna, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 0009888A, you wish to plead guilty to giving false information to law enforcement and one other misdemeanor offense. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Yes, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Kuna. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Next is number 37, Mr. Benny Williams.
This is also negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Mara. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Williams. So you can place your hand down. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. As to the loitering and prowling, count 1 will merge with count 2. And as to count 2, the criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 32 days. Credit for time served 16 days. That is from May 12th, 2025 until today. Balance suspended. Stay away from 164 Vine Street Northwest in Atlanta, and no further contact with Max Daly. At this time, we would like to sound for Mr. Max Daly, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
Bailey's with us and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. Kim?
Yes, we do stipulate
Anything further?
nothing further from defense.
Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002584E, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that right?
Not guilty.
Okay, I'll have to have Ms. Kim, you need to talk with him, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So is Mr. White, are you speaking with Mr. Williams there?
Oh,
No? Ms. Kim, what would you like to do with Mr. Williams?
I'll be happy to call this a courtroom chair.
I can. I was talking to another client, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
If you
So,
need me-
Mr. White, I was in the middle of a plea. I asked him if he wanted to plead guilty and he said not guilty. So that's why we need
Okay.
you to speak with him, okay?
I think it's settled, but if you give me 30 seconds, I'll make sure. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Come on. Does he, he's gonna enter a not guilty plea. We'll just waive that.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Williams, you'll get notice of your next hearing date, sir.
You're good to go.
Let's do position add-on one, Mr. Santuan Davis.
Yeah, you can go now.
Actually, Your Honor, this one, I would like to reset this case to competency calendar.
Okay, so position one, let's see. Ms. Lewis, are you with me?
Your Honor, it's Ms. Young.
Oh, Ms. Young, can you tell me the next competency calendar, please?
We have one for Thursday. You want the
It might-
29th, you want June 5th?
Probably the 5th, but
Yeah,
Thursday,
this is-
we to have anything done, probably.
Yeah, let's do June 5th.
Okay, Ms. Kim, is that good with you?
Yes, it is good with me, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you back on June 5th, Mr. Davis.
31 Robinson. Hold on, sit down.
Oh, Your Honor, he was not, he's undecided. I need to talk to him and verify what he want to do.
38 Williams.
What number was the one that was undecided? I'll talk.
41, Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have a seat. Who is this?
Corey Williams, number 30.
Cora Williams. Okay. How you doing, son? Robinson's son. Good, how are you? Michael, Robinson.
So, are we ready with this is Mr. Williams? Corey Williams, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. It's my understanding that this is a negotiated plea, Ms. Kim?
Yes, that's the way I understood.
Okay, yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this is 12 months served 20 days, credit for time served 10 days. That is from May 18th, 2024 until today. Excuse me, May 18th, 2025 until today, excuse me. Balance probated, stay away from the Chevron gas station located at 111 Boulevard Northeast in Atlanta, 40 hours of community service. Due to the prior criminal trespasses, we would agree to going non-reporting once he's completed his 40 hours of community service, but would not agree to early termination. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Yes, we do stipulate. We stipulate for the purpose of the plea.
Okay. Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002786B, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Can I ask a question too?
Ms. Kim,
PD White, who's right next to you, maybe you can ask him,
Oh, he gone? Like, yeah.
or I can call you.
Nah, no, man.
if you need to ask a question before we go on, Mr. Williams, I'm happy to give you that time. Ms. Kim, have him ask Mr. White.
I will.
He has a question, Mr. White. Would you
Okay,
mind?
okay. No problem, Judge. Just a quick update. 31 is just going to be a waiver, the undecided.
Okay, thank
The name is
you.
Kim. I'll call you in a minute.
Sure. Oh, it's not muted. Okay.
He's clear, Judge, and ready to go.
Okay. So, we were in the middle of the plea, so let me just start from the top. Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this
No, sir.
morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Williams. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Five, Tyrese Jackson.
I'm over.
Yeah, you can have it. Yeah, this is would be okay. Yeah, I'll remember it. Thank you.
Add on number 5, Jackson.
And what are we doing with Mr. Jackson?
Jackson was undecided as well, so I need to verify. Mr. PD White, would you please verify with him
Sure.
what he want to do? Thanks.
Can we go with Mr. Hunt, position number 19 to 20 then?
That's fine.
Okay, come on, Hunt.
Okay.
Positions 19 and 20, Hunt. Add on.
Okay, my understanding, negotiated plea, Mr. Hunt's cases.
That's correct, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Hunt. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On position number 19, giving false information to a law enforcement officer, the state's recommendation is time served, 148 days, credit for time served, 74 days from March 13th, 2025 until today, and that will run concurrent with position number 20. Position number 20, the family violence battery is 12 months, serve 148 days, credit for time served, 74 days from March 13th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, no further contact with Bonnie Hunt. Stay away from 1362 Eubanks Avenue. Family Violence Intervention Program, as well as no firearms. At this time, we would like to sound for Miss Bonnie Hunt, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
If Ms. Hunt is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. White?
Sorry, Your Honor. Yes, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea. Let's second get to that. Plea. Yes, we have, nothing further, Judge.
Mr. Hunt, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 001384E, you wish to plead guilty to giving false information to law enforcement. And in case 25 CR 001385E, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
No. Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hunt. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Add on number 6, Taylor.
Your Honor, this will be pro se plea.
Pro se for what reason, Ms. Kim?
There's a felony case that I need to do more research. However, he would like to go ahead and take care of this plea.
Your Honor, if I could, I'm just going to object. The defense, one, has not filed a withdrawal, and two, I don't think that the fact that the defendant wants to take a plea over their attorney's objection is sufficient reason to withdraw from the case.
Your Honor, with all due respect, that's our call, not the state's.
Well, technically, it's the judge's call. The judge has to allow the defense to
Yeah,
withdraw.
but you have no standing to make the argument.
Okay, so let me start at this point. Good morning, Mr. Taylor. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Mr. Taylor, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We've offered you the assistance of a public defender. It's my understanding that you wish to proceed today without counsel. Is that right?
That's correct.
It's my understanding, Mr. Taylor, that you are in custody on not just this offense, but another offense. Is Ms. Kemp, do you know if that other case is holding him?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Oh,
Do you need a case number?
no, I need to know whether or not it's holding him.
Yes, there is another case.
It is holding him?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so regardless of what you do in this case, Mr. Taylor, today you have another case that's holding you. Ms. Kim is asking if she can have some more time so that she can follow up to make sure that your interests are protected with that other case. So you understand what I'm telling you, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you'll allow me, what I want to do is I want to reset this back to one of my calendars so that to give Ms. Kim that opportunity. Will you do that for me?
Makes sense. Yes, sir, I guess.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna reset, thank you, Mr. Taylor. We're gonna reset this case till next Tuesday to give you that opportunity. So go ahead and start looking into that, Ms. Kim.
Sure. Thank you very much, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Taylor. Where would you all like to go next?
Position number 19, Mr. Frederick Terry.
19, we did
19.
19 and 20. No, no, never mind.
Tell me who this is again?
Terry, position 19.
It's actually 20.
Position
I'm sorry,
34,
what-
Your Honor.
What is it?
34.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Frederick Terry.
okay.
All right, so this is Mr. Frederick Terry. Good morning, Mr. Terry. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, is this Ms. McLeod's case? Are you with me, Ms. McLeod?
We can go to number 23, Keon.
I am with
Okay,
you.
yes,
I
she
am
is.
with you, Your Honor. Good
Okay,
morning.
yes, good morning, Ms. McLeod. We're on position 34, Mr. Terry. Have you had an opportunity to speak with him?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Okay, so we need, and since I have you here, you're also here for Stevens. Have you had an
Yes, Your Honor.
opportunity?
I haven't
You have-
spoken with Mr. Stevens yet either.
Okay, and are you also with Ms. McLaren?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I've got a conflict down for position 18, so we'll get that straightened. All right, so can we have, do you want to call the jail?
It's easy if they call me, Your Honor.
Okay,
Okay.
stand by. I'll give you a call shortly. We
Thank
gotta-
you.
She needs 33 and 34, please.
In position 18, Judge, I have the name as Norris Hudson. Does that ring a bell, Ms. McLeod? The other one that we have is a conflict.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Mr.
Norris,
White?
Norris Hudson is the other conflict that we have. Does that ring a bell?
It does not.
Okay.
Number 23, Keon Kendrick.
And this will be a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kendrick. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, Mr. Kendrick. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On the position on the calendar, criminal trespass, 12 months served, 28 days. Credit for time served, 14 days from May 14th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, BHET, Operation 21 Law and Decision Making course. No further contact with Anise Khan, and stay away from the Chevron at 4485 Washington Road in East Point, as well as 60 hours of community service. The add-on case, which is 25 CR 00219-8G, will be 12 months concurrent with the previous case, stay away from the racetrack at 1545 Mansell Road in Alpharetta. The state does object to termination, but we do not object to going non-reporting once he's completed the conditions. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification on both cases, and we do sound for Mr. Anise Khan. That's all for the state.
Mr. Collins on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea, and we would ask the probation at least go not reporting once he completes all of his requirements. Beyond that, we have nothing further.
Okay. Mr. Kendrick, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002635Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. And in case 25 CR 002198G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
All right.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the pleas as negotiated, Mr. Kendrick. When you complete the terms, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Judge Morrow.
Good morning, Francois. I hope you're well.
I am. Hope you are as well. I just have a quick announcement to make for position number 35, Miss Washington. She's actually been released.
Okay. 35 was released. Ms. Kim, that was your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's why they couldn't find her.
okay.
And
Anything
also,
further?
yes, also for position number 11, that's going to be Jaleesa Copeland, position 11. She's going to be a medical reset because she's on suicide watch.
Okay, when would you like to reset her, reset her?
Actually, I would like to request her to be reset for a competency calendar as well.
Okay, I guess, can we have that same competency calendar? I can't remember the date.
It was June 5th, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, June 5th. So we'll place Ms. Copeland on that June 5th calendar. Okay, anything further, Francois?
I don't have,
That's it, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
but I don't have.
What is he?
Who do we?
Number 24, McNeil.
Negotiate it, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. McNeil. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Ms. Long.
Yes, Your Honor. On the theft by shoplifting charge, the state's recommendation is 12 months or 30 days. That will be from, let's see, excuse me, from May 13th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, anti-theft course. Stay away from the city trends at 4730 State Route 138 in Union City, and 40 hours of community service. As to count 2, which is the willful obstruction of an officer, state's recommendation is 12 months to run concurrent with count 1, as well as a $300 fine. The state doesn't have any objection to that being converted into community service. And the state has no objection to termination upon completion of the conditions. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Right.
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of plea, and we were intending to ask to convert the community service, the fine to community service, and we would love termination once he gets all of that completed.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Excuse me. Mr. McNeil, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002638E, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right? Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. McNeil. And I will convert the $300 fine to 30 more hours of community service. When you complete all that, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you'll get this behind you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Position number 30, Mr. Jared Fortis.
Also a negotiated plea, Ms. Kim?
I apologize. I try to. No, this is actually a non-negotiated plea because he does have a very good job. He does not want to lose it, so he wants to reduce the jail time.
Let me go ahead and get the history. Mr. Howard, good morning. Are you with me?
Barely. What number is this?
This is position 30, Jared Portis.
Hold on. What day was he arrested? You know, let me see.
Says offense
5/11.
date 5/11
All right, let
or
me see something.
5/10.
May 12th.
He went to court May 12th.
Yes.
Let's see. Jared Portis. This is first arrest?
It is not,
It's not?
not
what
according
they-
to our record.
That's what they gave us. Hold on. Jared Portis. Jerrit?
Jerritt. Yeah.
Hold on. That's what my stuff say. Let me see. It may have been one y'all had to get a history on then.
Okay.
We
So,
probably said first. Oh, you know what? He got an alias, Kevin Thomas. Yeah,
Yes.
Judge, I'm gonna go with the states because they got first on mine.
okay, thank you. And your history, Ms. Paul?
So we're showing 7 cycles, including this case. The first would be a burglary that was null prost in 2005. Second is a 2005 fugitive from justice. Third is a theft by conversion that was not presented to grand jury. Fourth was a theft by conversion in 2011. That shows time expired restricted. Fifth was a driving while license suspended. That was dismissed. Sixth was a fugitive from justice charge in 2014 that was transferred out of state. So he does not have any convictions at this point. So this would be his first conviction. However, we're showing 6 previous arrest cycles previous to this one. In this case, Your Honor, the state would have alleged this had gone to trial that on May 10th, 2025, officers spoke with Julio Vasquez, who stated he was sitting on a bench at the Buckhead Station's platform, and the defendant, who was wearing a green hoodie and green pants, came to where he was sitting and began punching him twice in the head, in the left arm and shoulder. He stated he did not say anything to the defendant. The defendant just walked over to him and began striking him. The officers were then advised that the defendant was located at the Inman Park MARTA station via CCTV on the westbound platform. He was then detained, and his identification was confirmed as the person who attacked Mr. Vasquez. Additionally, the defendant had failed to pay for the fare when he went into the station before the attack occurred. The state's recommendation on this case, Your Honor, being it was an attack of a perfect stranger that appeared to have no lead up or no issues prior to the attack, is on count 1, 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 17 days from May 11th, 2025 until today, balance probated, MHET 12 weeks of anger management, no further contact with Julio Vasquez, and 40 hours of community service. And it's to count 2, the fare evasion, 12 months concurrent with count 1, stay away from the Buckhead MARTA station at 3360 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. And that would be all for the state. We would like to sound for Mr. Vasquez, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. I will state that there was a wanted notification out of Washington State for, it looks like, a theft charge and on a failure to appear, but I'm not sure if I seriously doubt they'll be picking him up on that and transporting him to Washington State, but I can just tell you that that's what showed up on the GCIC as well.
Thank you. Let's see if Mr. Julio Vasquez is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor, my client wants to keep his job right now, and as of now, he has to stay 13 more days. We would like to reduce that to either time served or as low as we can, so that way he can keep his job, Your Honor.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about the requirement that he has for an MHET.
I can ask the social worker to have a visit there, but when I was interviewing him, I didn't really see the need for MHET.
Okay, well, that'll be a part of the sentence. Anything further?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Nothing from the state.
Mr. Portis, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002527G, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery and fare evasion. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, with the option of you guys allowing me to be able to keep my job. It's hard to obtain a job as a Black man today. I have a very good job, and I have to pay probation. I have fines to pay. And I don't want to go into the details of the case, and I won't because I have representation. But prior that night, I was robbed at that same train station, and my bag was with Mr. Vasquez. And this is what ignited the whole thing. So I'm not going to go into details of the case, but I didn't just attack anyone. I'm not mentally insane, anything like that.
Mr. Portis, you have a right to remain silent.
Okay. So I'm just trying to keep my job. My boss wants me to work within a week's time. I'm going to lose my job. I'm a truck driver, and like I said, I haven't been convicted of a crime in over 20 years. So
Hey, hold on, Mr. Porter. So my inclination before you started talking even was that I was going to give you time served. Okay, so
didn't catch that, Judge. I'm going to shut up.
okay, so
Right.
all right. So I understand that that you want to keep your job, and I respect that. So so let me start at the top again. Mr. Portis, do you wish to plead guilty to simple battery and fare evasion?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept your plea, Mr. Portis. The court sentence will be 12 months to serve 34 days, credit for time served 17 days, balance probated, an MHET, 12 weeks of anger management, no further contact with Mr. Vasquez, and 40 hours of community service. For the fare evasion, will be 12 months to serve, concurrent with position with a simple battery, abide by any MARTA restrictions, and I'm going to also have you stay medication compliant. Mr. Portis, once you complete the terms, I'll have it go non-reporting. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, okay?
Sure.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Portis.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Position number 27, Myers, Robert Myers.
This is negotiated plea as well.
Okay. So I think that
Didn't we do this already?
we got through the
Yeah.
beginning of it, and
Oh.
as I started, he had some questions. So why don't we just start from the top? Good morning again, Mr. Myers. If I believe that I've already sworn you in. You are still under oath. And this is going to Would you like to put the facts back on the record, or are you satisfied with what you gave me before, Ms. Falk?
We didn't put the facts on the record, just the recommendation, which is 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days from May 12, 25 until today, balance probated, ADET, count 2, 12 months concurrent to count 1, 40 hours of community service. We do ask the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, we do stipulate so, and the way I understood was that probation will be terminated upon completion of the conditions, and I don't think ASG was opposing that.
State has no objection.
Okay.
Okay.
And Judge, I'm sorry, Ms. Kim doesn't know of the request that I'm about to make because he asked me. He's a resident of Charlotte, so we're asking him to be allowed to report by phone and mail.
Okay, that's fine with the court. Right, if nothing further, Mr. Myers, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002568G, you wish to plead guilty to public, drunk, and pedestrian and roadway, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes,
You know
sir.
what? Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Myers. When you complete the terms, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Add-on number 2 and 3, Fontenot. Sit on the third one. We're done with you. Sit on the second and third. You.
Okay, and this is a negotiated plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
The
and
first
I see Nolo also. Have you all negotiated that?
Not yet. That part.
No.
Okay, Ms. Falk, is there an objection to a Nolo for one of these charges?
Let me just take one moment, Your Honor. I just need to look at his history very quickly. I know that this was, let's see. Okay. Don't feel like if I can get pretrial services, if you can let me know if you see a history, because I think my history is clearly wrong because it says first arrest, but
Oh,
I'm seeing the defendant had been arrested before, so. Here it is.
Mr. Howard?
I got first arrest.
Oh, okay. So,
College
correct.
Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Okay. So state doesn't have objection to a NOLO. We will say that we did do balance probated. The defendant can,
No,
we're not.
hold on.
Maybe
What's
I
this
should-
case number? 25368. Why they got okay? They put on the PSA open criminal trespass from May 2nd. He been in jail since May 2nd?
No, it looks like he was arrested May 6th and held until May 7th, released, and then picked back up May 21st.
Yeah,
So he
so this-
basically got released and about 14 days later got picked back up.
Yeah, so this is second arrest.
I was arrested.
He has 2 cycles.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So yeah, the state maintains our earlier statement on position number 2 on the add-on. It's 12 months concurrent with position 3. Balance probated, stay away from the travel lodge at 2471 Old National Highway. Position 3 is 12 months served 14 days, credit for time served 9 days. That is from May 19th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, stay away from the days in at 2451 Old National Parkway, 40 hours of community service. The state does not object to a NOLO, and we also do not object to termination upon completion of the conditions.
Thank you.
As long as he understands he has to stay away from those locations, even if his probation terminates. And we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
Yes, we do.
Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, so final note, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 00238G, you wish to plead NOLO to criminal trespass, and in case 25 CR 0028994G, you wish to plead NOLO to criminal trespass. Is that correct? Have to speak up for me. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading NOLO to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead NOLO?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Botno. When you complete the terms of the probation, it will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. But you're gonna have to make sure that you stay away from that day's end, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Number 26, Morale.
Also a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Morale. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 30 days from May 10th of 2020. Well, let me actually just go back and take a look at that. Stay away from the mark at 955 Spring Street. That is in Atlanta, Georgia, and SDET. Count 2, the criminal trespass, 12 months served 60 days. Credit for time served. And we also are requesting on that count that it run balance probated concurrent with the count 1. Let me just double check on the jail time, Your Honor. It looks like he's only been in custody for 18 days at this point. So I apologize for the discrepancy, but he has only served 18 days as of today.
Oh, the way we understood was he was going to be released within 24 hours. So I need to discuss again with my client then.
I understand, and I apologize for the discrepancy, PD Kim.
No problem.
Okay, can we make Mr. Morale available by phone to Ms. Kim?
You can call courtroom 2.
Sure. Thank you.
Let's do, who has Mr. Powell? Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse Williams. That's Kim's. Hold on.
We have Ms. McLeod's cases here. Can we do hers?
Yeah, because the other Mr. Stevens that, you see, we don't have him.
Okay, so,
I've already
And
spoken
so-
with Mr. Terry, Your Honor.
okay, and what are we doing with Mr. Terry today?
Your Honor, I will be filing a waiver of arraignment on his behalf, and he would like to be placed on the next available trial calendar.
Okay,
They don't
so
need- Mr.
Terry's case will be returned to the division judge. He'll get notification of his next hearing date. And is this Mr. Terry here?
It is.
Okay, yes, Mr. Terry, your case is being returned to the division judge, sir. You'll get notice of your next hearing date. Good luck to you.
And Your Honor, with respect to Mr. Stevens, my understanding is that he's in Union City.
Okay. To give you time to talk with him, It's my understanding that this is an extra time case. Would you like to reschedule this till next Tuesday?
We can do that, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's reset position 33 till next Tuesday.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business before the court. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. McLeod. Have a good
You're
rest of your day.
Same to you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, my client, for 26, Mr. Morrell, he is fine with the 12 more days. So he would like to proceed as a plea.
Okay, are y'all clear?
Okay, and it's, had you completed, Ms. Falk, your presentation?
I think the only thing I had left was to ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea.
Yes, we do.
Okay, anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, except we would like to request the probation to be terminated or become non-reporting upon completion of the SDET.
State has no objection to non-reporting.
Okay. Mr. Morrell, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002530H, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and one other misdemeanor offense. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't have to report to probation. Good luck to you, Mr. Morrell.
And on number 5, Therese Stacks, you have 6.
Your Honor.
John?
Yes,
Yes.
what was the correction on Mr. Morrell Day?
Oh, instead of 30 days of time in the jail, credit for time served, it is 18 days. So my client will be staying in jail 12 more days.
Thank you.
Thank you, PD Kim.
Thank you. And then Jackson, I do have to double check with him about his decision. Your Honor.
Okay. Can Mr. White do that? Is
Yes,
that possible?
Okay, I was dealing with something else. Where are we?
You're fine. Yeah.
And on 5, Jackson.
Ms. Kim needs to clarify what Mr. Jackson wants to do this morning.
Okay, does he have the offer? 'Cause I don't have the add-on offers with me.
Yeah, I do have, he knows already. He has a
Okay.
copy of the paper as well.
Okay.
He just needs to tell me whether it's
I'll
plea.
speak with him.
Okay,
All right.
awesome. Thanks.
Miss Kim, do you have Jesse Williams?
I have all the Williams. Yes.
Come on, Williams, come on. He's number 39.
Negotiated plea? Is that right, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I didn't tell you to.
Say it again. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Williams. Yes, Ms. Walker.
Cloud.
We need
Yes,
to,
Your
we need to
Honor.
mute courtroom 2 while we do this, because we can hear Mr. White. Can we mute courtroom 2? Okay, thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On the count of criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is going to be 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. That is from May 12th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, stay away from the Oxford Village Townhomes at 2980 Jonesboro Road, 40 hours of community service. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. Due to the prior history of criminal trespass, we are agreeable to going non-reporting after the completion of the conditions, but we are not agreeable to early termination. That's all for the state.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, we do stipulate and we are okay with the non-reporting, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002582Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, is that right? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Does he need some help with housing, Ms. Kim?
I do not think so, Your Honor, but we do have a social worker there at the court, so I'm sure they have housing resources to provide.
Okay, so Mr. Williams, if you are having some problems with housing, we'll see if we can have someone to speak with you to help you with that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I'm going to have probation go non-reporting as soon as you complete the term. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't have to be on active probation.
Okay.
Reporting. Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
We're gonna go
You're
back
welcome.
to add-on number 5, Mr. Therese Jackson.
He's accepting the plea.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Jackson. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you.
And I'm sitting here for
Ms. Falk, I'm not sure who that is. We're getting, okay.
So, Your Honor, the defendant has 2 cases on the calendar. The first is position 4. The state's recommendation is to the simple assault is 12 months served 68 days, credit for time served 34 days. That is from April 24th, 2025 until today. Balance probated. No further contact with Daniel Gebretinse. Stay away from 3515 Cascade Road Southwest, South Fulton. 12 weeks of anger management. Count 2 is 12 months concurrent with count 1, Operation 21 Law and Decision Making course, and 60 hours of community service. Position number 5 on the calendar, the reckless conduct, is 12 months serve 120 days, credit for time served 34 days. That would leave him with some additional time in the jail from April 24th, 2025 until today. Balance probated. No further contact with Jazira Thomas and the infant SW. We are also asking for an MHET, and count 2 is going to be 12 months concurrent with count 1, a $300 fine. We do not object to that being converted to community service. At this time, we would like to sound for Ms. Jazariah Thomas and Mr. Daniel Gebretinse. And we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Either of those individuals on the line and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. Kim?
Yes, we do stipulate so, Your Honor.
To Jackson, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002149E, you wish to plead guilty to simple assault and terroristic threats and acts. And in case 25 CR 002701E, you wish to plead guilty to reckless conduct and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the pleas as negotiated, Mr. Jackson. Ms. Kim, does he need those fines converted to community service?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so the $300 fine will be converted to 30 hours of community service. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status, Mr. Jackson. Good luck to you, sir.
Number 28, Nottingham.
Forrest?
This is also a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Nottingham. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we are conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Nottingham. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. As to count one, the criminal trespass, state's recommendation is 12 months served, 34 days, credit for time served, 17 days from May 11th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, BHET, stay away from the West End MARTA station at 680 Lee Street in Atlanta, 40 hours of community service. Count two will be a null pros. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. And we are agreeable to going non-reporting, although we do object to early termination. That's all for the state.
Yes, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea.
Mr. Nottingham, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002516B, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I do.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Nottingham. When you complete the terms, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. So. Okay, you see now?
They're gonna take it back shortly. Mr. Norris Hudson, I'm not sure his position number,
18.
number 18.
Okay, that's another thing. Since I was a
What are we doing with that case?
This is going to be a non-negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Jail time's at issue?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. May I get the history, please, Mr. Howard?
What's the number, Judge?
Position 18.
That's all right, hold on. I got it set up by the first appearance date. Anybody know the date?
It
May
should have been
12th.
May 12th. Okay, let's see. Hudson, let's see. Oh, he got a lot. Hold on. He got 29 total. Last arrest was suspended license back in April. He went to the city jail for that. Got a 2023 probation, 2022 ag assault with a deadly weapon, trespass, damage, arrest out of Clayton County. 2021 probation, 2020 simple battery DV arrest out of Thomasville, Georgia. Let me look at his PSA for a minute. All right, the ag assault is still open out of Clayton County. On probation in Fulton for ag assault, 17 SC 151 791.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Howard. Ms. Falk?
Your Honor, I also just want to add that the defendant has an aggravated assault from 2012 as well. That is 12 SC 107831. So this is not, so essentially what we're dealing with is in that case, and let me just just to be clear, that case was dismissed. So he's had 3 arrests for aggravated assault, 1 conviction, one case pending, and then one case dismissed. That is the reason for the state's recommendation. In this case, we asked for 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 18 days. The balance probated, no further violent contact with Yakita Williams, family violence intervention program, no firearms. On the add-on case, the suspended license, we're asking for 12 months concurrent with the previous case and a $500 fine, and 12 months on the driving equipment violation. We're asking for 12 months concurrent, and I believe a $265 fine. The facts of this case, since this is a non-negotiated plea, if this case were to go to trial, the state would expect to prove that back on May 10th of 2025, there was a domestic dispute at 945 DeSoto Street Northwest. They made contact with Miss Veronica Jackson. She stated her granddaughter, Miss Yakita Williams, and her boyfriend, the defendant, had gotten into a verbal argument that turned physical, with the defendant repeatedly punching Miss Williams in the head while repeatedly punching her, not in the head, I'm not sure where on her body, while she was on the floor. They stated Mr. Hudson and Miss Williams had been living together for the past 4 years, and the defendant was placed under arrest and charged with simple battery family violence. Given the previous aggravated assault, for which I believe he may still be on probation for, if I heard pretrial services correctly, we are asking for 60 days. We did have an opportunity to speak with Miss Yakita Williams, who we will sound for. She does agree with the plea, and she stated she will be here on the Zoom today.
Okay, let's see. If Ms. Williams is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. Does not appear so. Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is in agreement with all the terms of the plea, except for the amount of time. He was hoping that he would get essentially time served, 18 days, so that he could get out today, because he tells me that his son's birthday is coming up very soon, and he's anxious to get out for that.
Given the history and the facts, Ms. McLeod, I think that the court will be accepting the state's recommendation. So if he wants to accept that, fine. If not, we can move him forward.
He does, Your Honor.
Talk to him?
He will accept the state's plea offer.
Okay. Anything further, Ms. McLeod?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hudson, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002504D, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence. Is that correct? You have to be verbal for me, Mr. Hudson.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yeah.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and not by pleading guilty to it. You're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. When you complete the terms, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status.
I got something to say, Mr. Monroe. This violation.
Mr. Hudson, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you, okay? So just want to let you know that. And Ms. McLeod, do you need to instruct him?
Your Honor, I believe there is an issue about a probation violation, which Mr. Hudson is concerned about, Your Honor, because he believes that should have been dismissed. And I had checked initially, and it appears that it should have been dismissed, but he tells me he has a pending court date to go and address that. And I think that may be what he wanted to raise, Your Honor.
No, but they keep saying that I have a violation of probation when it's been 16 years.
And we all heard, what I just told you is this judge cannot, it's not before.
I
So
understand, but that's false imprisonment.
Okay, we'll see you again, Mr. Hudson. Good luck to you,
Yes,
sir.
Your Honor, we haven't taken the plea on his other charge, the traffic related charges.
Oh, okay. In addition, Mr. Hudson, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002764, you wish to plead guilty to suspended license and equipment violation. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Oh.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and not by pleading guilty to them. You're giving up that right?
I don't know. So,
You don't want a jury trial, do you, Mr. Hudson?
uh,
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
no.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated on those cases as well. Good luck to you, Mr. Hudson.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that does conclude my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. McLeod. Take care.
Yeah, there's not a reason to hear.
Where to now?
Hey, is that everybody? We've already done his case.
Yeah.
It'd be probably tomorrow morning.
You already went? Yes.
Okay, hold on, I'm going to focus.
Oh, yeah.
You already better.
Oh, I think. Judge, we may be done. I'm not, but we don't have any more in here that we have not done.
Okay, so 15 is, Mr. White, 15 and 16, have you had an opportunity to speak with them?
I did speak with 15. That one is a waiver, Judge. My understanding is that position 16 is on observation unit, and we're most likely, yeah, we're gonna have to reset him. I just got final confirmation.
Okay, so when do you want to reset him until?
Judge, let's bring him back next Tuesday if we could.
Okay, so we'll reset position 16 1 week. Okay, so that looks like that's everyone. Can we go over the calendar before the bench warrant calendar?
Yes, Your Honor. Position 1 and 2 waiver. Position 3 negotiated plea. Position 4 waiver. Position 5 was released. Position 6 made bond release. Position 7 and 8 waiver. 9, 10 waiver. 11 reset 6-5 for calendar. 12 waiver. 13 and 14 are plea. 15 waiver. 16 6-3 SAP. 17 waiver. 18 plea. 19 plea. 20 Mr. Hunt. Plea. 21. What's the reset for 21?
Mr. White, do you know who you want to bring back?
No. 21
Mr.
and
Jules?
Sorry, Judge. Yes, next Tuesday, he's got a probation hold, as well as the case that we would like to add, so.
Okay, so we set 1 week.
Yes, Your Honor. That's position 21 and 22.
Oh, God.
Position 23, a plea, 24, a plea, 25, waiver, 26, plea, 27, plea, 28 was a plea, 29, waiver, 30, plea, 31, waiver, 32, waiver, 33, 1 week reset, 34, waiver, 35, release, 36, plea, 37, jail jury, 38, plea, 39, plea. For the add-on 1, reset 6-5 comp. 2, plea. 3 and 4 are pleas. 5 was a plea. 6 is reset 6-3. That completes the pile of the add-on and the SAP calendar.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or concerns?
I'll be happy to go for DV calendar to a breakout room.
Okay, I believe he might be represented.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. Could we see Ms. Young, if we could have Mr. Coward jump on a little early for us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Position, really quickly, position 8, what was the recommendation on, what was the result on that?
On position 8, 1 second. A waiver.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, court will be in recess until Mr. Coward and his attorney come on the line with us.
Your Honor, we have a DeAndre Lumpkin online.
Mr. Lumpkin, do you have business before the court this morning?
Hold on. Okay, there you go.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. May I help you all?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Nadine Carroll. I'm here for my son, Mikkel Carroll. And I was told he would have a court date today.
Your Honor, position 8, waiver of arraignment, not guilty, reset jail jury.
Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am. That case has been returned to the division judge and he'll get notification of the next hearing date. So you'll will get notification of when his next hearing date is. Okay?
Oh, so he won't be seen. He won't be seen today.
No, he won't be seen today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
Okay,
May
again,
I-
yes, Ms. White.
Sorry, Judge. So may I be excused?
Yes, have a good rest of the day. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge Morrow?
Yes.
I've contacted Attorney Watson. He's on another hearing. So his assistant is gonna have him jump on as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Miss Young,
Yes, Ms. Fox.
I believe the only no process I had was for Nottingham. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'll go back over it, but that's the only one that I have right now.
Okay, I just emailed that to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Morning, Mr. Watson, Mr. Coward. Are we ready to proceed on this? I see that we have everyone with us.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you all for jumping on a bit early for us. We appreciate it. Let's see. This is the DV bench warrant calendar. Ms. Falk, I take it that Mr. Coward missed the court date.
Yes, Your Honor, and this is actually his second FTA on the same case. His first FTA was a bench warrant issued on December 15th of 2023. He then made a new bond on that case June 16th of 2024. His bond was then ordered forfeited on December 17th of 2024 for failure to appear. And the rule an ISI was issued December 18th of 2024. That was by, let me just double check on the judge on this case. It looks like, well, might just be easier to look on the front screen because I cannot read that signature. That would be Judge Edie.
Okay. Mr. Watson?
Yes, Your Honor. Hey, good morning again. Ms. Falk had asked me if I received an offer. I have not. Oh, okay. I see. I see an offer there in the chat. Your Honor, we are asking that you reinstate or otherwise allow Mr. Cowart to remain out on bond. What I will say is this, I do hear what Ms. Falk is saying and looking at Odyssey and talking to my client and his father, that all seems to be in line with the information I have. What I will say is this, I have entered an appearance on this case. Mr. Cowart was represented by the Public Defender's Office at various times throughout this case. As you see, the case has got some age on it. The case had some age on it before it was actually up for an arraignment or any substantive hearing. Mr. Cowart has had a lot of I'd say he's had some struggles between when this happened and in the interim period of time. He's had some pretty serious health setbacks. He's had some struggles, but he's in a place now. He lives with his father, with his parents or his father. Again, I'm the first private lawyer to my knowledge, looking at Odyssey. I filed an entry. I called Judge Edie's court the same day last week or the week before and promptly updated everything. I would like to assure this court, if you want to hear that from Mr. Cowart, that we will be at whatever the trial date is that's set for Judge Edie's court going forward.
Why did he miss the last court date?
Mark, if you can unmute yourself, that's fine. What happened? Did you receive a notification? Why were you not notified or otherwise here in court back on December of last year, 2024?
I went to the DUI state court for DeKalb County. Oh no, I went to the DUI court for municipal court instead of the DUI state court. And by the time me and my father realized we went to the wrong court, it was too late. And I called the assistant to Judge Adams, I think it was, and they said to come down there, but the court had already ended. So I was worried that I would be arrested as soon as I got there, and I had an open wound on my left.
So let me correct you here, or let me make sure you understand. This is the domestic violence case from like 2021. Did you receive a court notice to be in Fulton County in December of this past year?
I don't even think I did, actually. I thought this was the DeKalb County. Sorry, I apologize for that. No, I do not even recall getting.
Let me ask you this. Let me kind of ask you a few questions so the judge can better understand. Were you locked up? Were you incarcerated in December 2024, this past December?
I don't think so, sir.
Okay. So did you simply not know that you had a court date to appear at that was mailed out in December of 2024? In Fulton County?
No, sir.
All right.
Okay, but presumably it's because he got the notice, but for some reason, I'm just trying to figure out why he missed court so that we can make sure that this doesn't happen again given that it's happened on 2 occasions now. So did the notice go to a wrong address? Did we have a return on that notice, Ms. Falk? Or we sent it, he was presumably received it? Go ahead, I'm sorry, Ms. Falk.
No. Your Honor, I'm not seeing a return of service. I will ask Ms. Young to look as well, because I feel like the clerk's office is better at this than I am when it comes to seeing if there was a return. I didn't see one. I know that the first bench warrant was actually issued by Your Honor. The second bench warrant was issued by Judge Edie, and Judge Edie felt strongly enough about the fact that he missed the jury trial, because it was down for a jury trial the second time when he failed to appear, that the Judge Edie set it for a cash bond only. And so I kind of feel that so far I haven't heard any compelling explanation, none, about why we've missed court not just once, but now 2 times. And so the case isn't getting any younger as we keep resetting because the defendant isn't showing up for court. So at this point, the state would just ask that the bench warrant be enforced and Mr. Cowart turn himself in.
Well, the first time I missed the court date was because I was like dealing with complications from my old gunshot wound in my leg, actually. That's the first reason why I missed the first court date.
Okay, well, okay, and so, Ms. Falk, do you have where the notice went, the address, or Ms. Young?
It's 77365 Southern Circle, Swanee.
Okay, is that a current address or is that an old address, Mr. Coward?
It's a current address, sir.
Okay, so was it an apartment on there, Ms. Young?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything further that should be on that address, Mr. Coward?
There's just a bunch of people that live here at this house, or two houses. So sometimes mail gets lost and people don't really get everything that's being sent to them. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with the second court date, and I apologize for that sincerely.
Anything further, Ms. Falk, Mr. Watson?
Judge, I just let you know, my office has kind of a couple different fail safes. We check Odyssey for court dates. We email our clients independently. We don't count on, no offense to any court system, but we try to do that independently of whatever notices are going out. I understand that is sufficient, but I can assure this court that if you would allow him, if you reset him, that we will. And my client's father is probably there. Is your father in the background there, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My client's father's become involved at this point. That may be a new development in these cases. He was here at the meeting with me, so we will have him at court at whatever Judge Edie's next trial calendar, whatever court date that may be.
Okay. Given that you have counsel now, Mr. Coward, and that he's assuring me that that he's going to be representing you through the rest of this matter, I want to get this moved on. You know, I hate to have you have to turn yourself in, but let's see if I'm going to give you one additional chance, Mr. Coward. So, Mr. Watson, you're going to have to prepare that set aside for me. Mr. Coward, if you miss court again, you will not. It will not be set aside next time. You have to make sure that you stay in touch with not only your lawyer and with the court to make sure that you're getting proper notices, and if you change addresses, that you update your address contemporaneous with the move. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right.
And Your Honor, just to clear it up for the record, I understand the court's ruling, but the defendant had counsel on his previous failure to appear as well. Now, it was a public defender, but that is still adequate representation and adequate counsel. So I just don't want it to be misunderstood that he, for some reason, did not have counsel, and that was what contributed to this. He's had counsel continuously throughout this case.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Falk. All right. So if nothing further, you'll prepare that for the court, Mr. Watson. Get it to me, and we'll get it signed and entered.
Do I send that over to Ms. Young, who sent me the email address, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get that over to you shortly.
All right. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay. If nothing further, I believe that completes the calendars for today. You all take care. I'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Young, did you have anything?
No, that was
Have a
it.
good one.
Okay.
I'm gonna send him the sheet.
Bye.
Bye-bye.